parishioners. The lady on the left, fondly called Auntie Regina, lost her entire family, but is firmly rooted in her faith in God and has been coming to church every day for the past 30 years. Next is Uncle Sam, who is a retired railway officer and has lost his vision. Being unable to work anymore, he sanctioned for pension, having received no result. The stained glass windows, although simple, provide a great deal of beauty to the church and also a lot of meaning. The gold, orange and yellow shades represent holiness, spring, charity and innocence. The dark blue and rich pink symbolizes heavenly love and our Virgin Mother.
சன் அப்புறம் இந்த ரைட் சைடில் இருக்குது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்டார். இதுக்கு அர்த்தம் என்னென்னா சன் நம்ம லைஃப் அப்படின்றத குறிக்கிறது. அந்த சன் நம்ம லைஃப்குள்ளே இருக்கிற அந்த ஸ்டார் சன்னுக்குள்ளே மறைஞ்சிருக்கிற மாதிரி நம்மளுக்குள்ளே தெய்வீக ஞானம் மறைஞ்சிட்ருக்கு.
We are from AMM Matriculation School from Kothur. We made the presentation on Shrine of Lady of Good Health located in Little Mount. The main aspects of this church is the old cave, which is said to have housed St. Thomas when he was in India. Now the thing is the old statues, the old wooden statue which was washed ashore by the Portuguese.
We belong to Rosary Matriculation, RS Secondary School. We have chosen the Rosary Church for our presentation because it is not open to the public and we want everyone to know about this wonderful historic church. It is a beautiful, serene place and I welcome everyone to visit it. Thank you.
We are from PSBB Kekanagar and we did a presentation on the Armenian Church. This church is the first Armenian church in South India. There are 5 to 6 bells in this church and there are about 350 Armenians buried in this church.
We are from Sri Shankara Vidyashramam. We have chosen St. Peter's Church located in Raipuram for this project. The present day priest of the church is Father Ignatius Thomas. Daily Mass takes place at 6:30 a.m. Evening Mass takes place only on Sundays, Saturdays and Tuesdays. First month of every Friday is very auspicious. Reverend Jean Baptist was the first vicar of this church. There is a ground next to the church where all the events organized will take place. Thank you.
So we are from Vidyamandir Senior Secondary School and we made a presentation of St. Lazarus Church, now known as Our Lady of Guidance Church. It is one of the lesser known churches of Chennai and it says that St. Lazarus had the power of healing people. So we wanted to check out what was great about this church. So we made a presentation and it is over 400 years old and it was first built by the Portuguese and renovated many times after that. Yeah, thank you.
Good morning. We are students of Sivaswami Kalalaya Senior Secondary School. Our topic of the day is Our Lady of Visitation Church in St. Mary's Road. The main history of the church is having St. Thomas here and also the local pilgrims and Portuguese here. And it is also known as Descanco Church. The main feast celebrated here is on 31st May on remark of rebuilding the church after the destruction from Tipu Sultan Hyder Ali.
We are from PS Senior Secondary School and we made a PowerPoint presentation on the church St. Teresa of Avila Parish, which is in Nungambakam. So we chose this church because 3 important people or congregations played a role in the formation of this church. The Jesuit fathers, the Portuguese, the royal family of Portuguese and the Mill Hill fathers. So it is because of this we chose this church and also because it is one of the few churches in South India which has the namesake of St. Teresa of Avila as its patron.
Shri Guru Namaha, we are the students of the PSBB Millennium School. We presented about St. Matthias Church. St. Matthias Church is famous for its stained glass. It is more than 190 years old and it also has a banyan tree which is almost 200 years old. The church also has a cross which is made up of wood. Thank you.
Good morning. We are the students of Vidya Mandir and Estancia who visited the Garrison Church and we collected a lot of information over there. There are so many special things like the pipe organ, bookmark and then the steeple and all those fantastic changes. I really like the architecture and the interior of the church.
We, the students of Vidyodaya, have selected CSI Wesley Church. It looked very beautiful and it attracted us by the pipe organs and the European glass paintings. It also attracted the seating arrangements and it was built with a balcony.
Hello everyone, we are from Lady Anand Venkateswara School, and today we have spoken about Last Church, one of the oldest churches in Madras and one of the oldest monuments or European monuments in India. Now what led us to do to present this church was it represented the Gothic style of European style of architecture, and it also had the Aramaic script of Jesus Christ, which was used during the time of Jesus Christ. And I think these two factors were one of the main reasons which led us to go to this church and to present about it.
St. George's Cathedral has a very special place in the history of the Christian era. It's one of the oldest churches built, and is a very huge church, and many people go there for mass, etc. It is a very historical church and very beautiful, and we enjoyed our experience in the church.
We are from Goodall School. Our presentation was on the Assumption Church, Dargahs. It is a 121-year-old church, but it is not a very well-known church. We made this presentation so that people could know that this church exists and it's a very old church. We would like you to visit the church. Thank you.
So hello, we are from St. Ursula's Anglo-Indian High Secondary School. She is Kritika, she is Dia, and myself Tayeba. We chose this church because it was St. Francis Xavier's church, who was such an aspiring saint. His story was really aspiring, and we chose this church because it is one of the lesser known churches in the historic city of Madras. Its architecture and everything was amazing.
A warm welcome to one and all. We, the students of Chettinad Vidyashram, is presenting the church Dhanashram. The most interesting part of the church is about the Kadal Mada, the statue found by the Portuguese in the shore of the sea. And they brought it to the ground of Dhanashram, and it was a miraculous statue. It helped people to find a perfect life partner, and the jobless had jobs and their present intentions. And the most interesting part, and which is not unique to others, is it doesn't have a bell tower. It doesn't keep marriages, confirmations, first holy communions, baptisms, and etc. It has always been different from others, and the only thing which is it is now for time being the renewed and the new church. The old church had two gates which is still there right now. The two gates from the north and the east.
Good morning. We are from Alcott Memorial High Secondary School. எங்கள் ஸ்கூல் வந்து சேம் டிஎஸ்பிகல் சொசைட்டி கேம்பஸ்குள்ளே தான் இருக்குது. அங்கே தான் அடையார் கிரேட் பேனியம் ட்ரீயும் இருக்குது. இந்த சர்ச் வந்து 90 years old. இந்த சர்ச்சுக்குள்ளே இருக்கிற எல்லா பொருட்களுமே வந்து 90 years old தான். அப்புறம் இந்த சர்ச்சை சுற்றி 5 ரிலீஜன்ஸ் இருக்கிற டெம்பிள்ஸ் இருக்குது. எல்லாமே வந்து 20 meters 50 meters பக்கத்துலேயே இருக்குது. அப்புறம் இந்த சர்ச்சுக்குள்ளே வந்து விலை மதிக்க முடியாத பொருட்கள் நிறையவே இருக்குது. இந்த சர்ச்சுக்குள்ளே போய்ட்டு நாங்கள் ரிசர்ச் பண்ணதை நாங்கள் ரொம்ப பெருமையாக நினைக்கிறேன்.
This church is situated at 4 St. George, which is near the Secretariat. It has a beautiful painting known as the Last Supper, which was painted by Raphael. It was printed from Pondicherry in 1761, and it has 104 tombstones outside the church, and it has a beautiful garden and a special place for governors to worship. And it has 10 graves buried inside the church. And it also have woods which are old for 300 years, and the pastor is also an Anglican. It was the first Anglican church built in India. It was built in 1680.
Bosco School, Egmore, and the church we've presented on today is the St. Thomas Orthodox Cathedral, situated in Blacktown and Broadway. The thing auspicious about this church is the stained glass windows. It gives like the organ, the pulpit, the chancel floor and the gates, and the gunmetal bell that still stands strong today, and also the louvered windows. Yeah.
We, the students of Army Public School, have finished our presentation on the Little Mount Church, which is the shrine of Our Lady of Good Health. The reason why it's so important is that it is one of the places where St. Thomas himself preached. There's also the perennial spring which continues to provide water, also the bleeding cross which bled blood in the 18th century, and finally the fact that the church is still there from 1551, the oldest church in Chennai. Thank you.
We are the students coming from MCTA Mutaya Memorial Higher Secondary School, and we have taken the PPT presentation program of Adikananda Lutheran Church, which is in our locality, and the main specialties of this church are the pipe organ, church bell, and choir, etc. And the evidence of this church can be the tablets, and most of the people come here to pray for their anniversaries, marriages, birthdays, and for the beloved sick people, and to cure the sick.
We are coming from Santham High Secondary School. நாங்கள் சென்ட் ரீட்டாஸ் சர்ச்சை பற்றி ஒரு பவர்பாயிண்ட் ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் பண்ணோம். இந்த சர்ச் வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டாக ஃபுல்லாக ஸ்டாண்டால் செய்யப்பட்டது. அது 286 இயர்ஸ் ஆகியும் இன்னும் ஸ்டாண்ட் ஆகுது. அதனால அதை பற்றி ஒரு ஹெரிட்டேஜை வந்து எடுத்து இவங்கக்கிட்ட சொல்கிறதுக்காக நாங்கள் வந்தோம். தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. தேங்க்யூ.
Good morning to one and all present here. We are the students of Sacred Heart Matriculation Higher Secondary School. Today we did a PPT on Last Church, which was at news at recent times for celebrating its 500-year-old history. The Last Church is a Roman Catholic church built by the Portuguese in 1516 AD. The history is intertwined with the traditional history of Christianity in India. The architecture includes Gothic arches and Baroque ornamentation. The last church was under the Sultan of Golconda, French and Portuguese forces. It was indeed a pleasure for us to do about this old and famous church. Thank you.
Good afternoon. We are from TI Matriculation High Secondary School. We are here to talk about the Garrison Church. The main unique feature of this church was there were many tablets found here. We were able to find 15 evident tablets which were erected in the memory of soldiers, captains and majors by their beloved ones.
Okay, we are from PSBB TV Road here to present a PowerPoint presentation on St. Mary's Church, the oldest church in Chennai. Do you know that this was the first bomb-proof church, and Queen Victoria herself visited this church and Prince Charles himself visited this church, and it's also the first CSI church to be named St. Mary's. Thank you.
We the students of Elamal Vidyashram Ambattur, and we are going to say about the St. Andrew's Church. St. Andrew's Church contains a stained glass pipe organ, and this foundation was laid by digging about 150 wells underneath, and it contains 16 Corinthian circular pillars. Thank you.
வெள்ளந்திர ஸ்கூல் மாணவர்கள் நாங்கள் சாந்தம் சர்ச்சை பற்றி இந்த டாப் எக்ஸாமில் எடுத்திருக்கோம். இந்த சாந்தம் சர்ச் வந்து சென்ட் தாமஸ் அவரோட டூம் மேலே கட்டப்பட்டது. சாந்தம் சர்ச் இருக்கிறதுலே சென்னையிலே பழைய சர்ச். இது ஆர்கிடெக்சர்லேயும் ஆர்ட்லேயும் ரொம்ப சிறந்து விளங்குகிறது.
We are from St. John's Public School, and the church which we have chosen is the Last Church, which is known as the Shrine of Our Lady of Light. It was built in 1516 by the Portuguese, and the Portuguese name of this church is Nossa Senhora Dallas, and this year it's celebrating its 490th.
Belief is one thing, but you are talking about history. So you have to differentiate between these two. I mean, we don't need to really question the faith, but when you are historians, you can't really say that the water has cured people. People will say all kinds of things, but when you are talking about history, you need authentication. If that water is curing people, then better we shut the hospitals and just give the water from there. So these things are there. So please, learn not to mix your faith with facts. These things have to be separated when you are doing anything. That's one thing that I noticed. And some of the presentations, I didn't realize people are going back and forth. It would help if you start to your chronology. You started from a period and then one after the other. Suddenly you come to the present and then you go back to the past. That kind of thing helps in the presentation. Also enables the audience attention for such. And some of them did very well, some of them went too far.
Yeah. Few things, say thank you to our judge. There's in green. Lady Anda. Lady Anda. Lady Anda, thank you very much.
So we won in 2012 and we won now in 2015 as well. The winning of the first prize was really unexpected, and we really enjoyed participating in this competition and looking at all the other presentations, and we've enjoyed going to the church and taking pictures. We thank the entire organization and all the organizers at school for giving us this wonderful opportunity.